Let's play! K?
Greetings, K-Lovies! Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a DIY squishy! For this do-it-yourself project, I picked up at the Dollar Tree this sponge. Then at Walmart, I picked up these 4 different color puffy paints. We have a neon green, a pink, a black, and a white, which will be inspired by this Sanrio character, Kerropi. These paints were super affordable, running only at 99 cents each. Let's open up this sponge so that we can go ahead and get our base cut out. You will also need a good pair of scissors. So we're going to take these scissors and remove the plastic from this sponge. And since this sponge is on the larger side, we will use the scissors to cut it in half. Very carefully, I'm just going to eyeball the half point and use my scissors to slice the sponge to the halfway mark. Now that the sponge is cut halfway, we will take our photo and see what we need to remove from the sponge, which are for the eyeballs, so that we can match the shape. Using this felt tip Sharpie marker, I'm going to use our photo to draw the eyeballs in. Just going to draw a little round M shape and then kind of round off the bottom portion of the face, and repeating the same steps to the other side of the sponge. This is where we're going to cut it. This step of the project is the trickier part because cutting a sponge can be difficult and it is very messy. So I would suggest that you cover your workstation or put some type of a tarp underneath you where the sponge little flurries might fall. Also, I would advise you to grab the sharpest and best scissors that you can get your hands on, because the duller the scissors, the more difficult it is to trim. And for you younger K-Lovies out there, it's okay to ask an adult for help. I am just using the scissors and slowly cutting away small portions of the sponge at a time until I get the desired shape that I need. Cutting this sponge got so messy, I decided to go ahead and grab a pan and cut so that the remaining little flurries of the sponge could fall underneath me. The black and white furries in front of me are my kitty's paws. After a tedious session of me cutting the sponge, I finally got the shape that I was looking for. It's not perfect, but it will do. Now it's time to paint. I am going to use a little bit of this paper towel and a cup of water and a medium-sized paintbrush. I'm going to use this matte medium, which I will use to prime my sponge surface prior to painting. Squeezing a generous amount onto the sponge, and I'm just going to spread it all around evenly with my brush, making sure none of the sponge is left unprimed. This will create a great surface for the puff paint. I let my surface dry that I just primed, and now I'm going in with a little of this white puffy paint, and I'm just going to use my brush and paint little white circles on the top where the white eyes of the froggy are going to be. Repeating this step both front and back. Now I'm going to go in with this lime green puffy paint, and we are going to saturate and coat the rest of the sponge that we didn't paint white all green. I am just going to squeeze a generous amount all around and then go in with my brush and even out that paint till we get a nice green coat. There will be globby little lines in the paint, but I'm just going to even it out until I get a nice, smooth, even surface of paint. Repeating the steps both to the front as well as the back. Now that the froggy's little eyeballs have dried, I'm going to go in with another coat of white paint until I get a nice, bright, bold color of white. I am now going to repeat the same steps on the back of the sponge, starting with the white eyes and then moving on to the green face. Using thick splats of paint and then using the brush to even it out until I get the desired color I am looking for. Once this paint dries, you will have a surface that looks similar to this. And now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of black puffy paint, grab a fine-tipped paintbrush, and I am just going to outline the eyes just as the Kerropi picture that I am using looks like. Now I'm just outlining the right eyeball, and then I'm going to go in and paint the little froggy's bold black pupils. Just like this. Using the same black, I am just going to paint a little mouth, making it even on both sides. Going in with the pink puffy paint, I am going to ooze out a generous amount of paint and make little raised circles for cheeks on both sides of the froggy. This will give a nice 3D effect to the cheeks. Now that the squishy is dry, you can see you can squish it and it will take form and go back to its original shape. And it's a cute little kawaii Kerropi. Now it's your turn. Hope you had fun watching this video as I did creating it. Until next time.